The Tallboy Experience.
Hey, it's the Tallboy Experience. We're live. We're at the Soulful Ending, and I have one of the honorees, and he doesn't have the hardware with him right now, but he was carrying that piece of hardware earlier this evening. Mr. Lou Brock, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Can you tell us what the Trumpet Awards mean to you?
Well, the Trumpet Award is symbolic of all of those strugglers. Once upon a time when everybody was on one accord. One accord, when the people rose up, change it took place. Today we may rise, but we are not on one accord, so therefore we have issues. So the Trumpet Award is symbolic of the need to continue the struggles on one accord.
Your thoughts on Xernona Clayton?
She is terrific. When she said, be here, you're here. And she did a fine job, and she's steadily doing a fine job simply because it is her brainchild, and it is for her to honor the past, preserve the future, and connect generations.
What was that defining moment in your life, in your career, that said that this is what you wanted to do?
Well, I think it was everybody, no matter what profession it is, they do have a defining moment. Mine was a simple play in the outfield that jolted me back to reality. I thought I had missed this ball, as I always had done once upon a time. But this time, I'm frantically looking for the ball because Vader Penson, one of the best running baseball, was running, and a fan that says simply, look in your glove, you may find it. Look, there it was. And that was the big moment.
Baseball, it's very hard and very difficult to get the African-American community to get involved with the sport. Any suggestions or ideas that you think that you could give to maybe potentially get, African-Americans more involved?
Well, there's two issues out there that I think. One of them is in high school, whereby a baseball player cannot turn pro until his class has graduated. And that puts him at 18 or 19 years old, where in Latin countries and other places, a kid can be 16 years old and come pro. So your formative years are between 15 and 19, and we're stuck in high school in the United States, so therefore we are behind. And so until that particular one is rectified, we will have difficulties getting into the big leagues.
All right, now as we transition, I hear that you have some affiliation with St. Louis, and I was just speaking with Mr. McMillan, and they said you're a chairman of a certain particular board. Can you speak on that?
Well, yeah, I'm in the middle of the Urban League in St. Louis. They have something called the Witness Young Foundation, and I am one or two chairmen of that. We raised enough money this year. When I say enough money, we raised money and put it into the Ferguson, Missouri situation. And so without that particular fund within the Urban League, we couldn't have allocated every cent we raised to that cause.
I do a community initiative here in the Atlanta area, speaking on the importance of finding a legal hustle and also networking. Can you give us your personal definition of hustle and network?
Well, hustle when you not honest with the people of your intent and to take whatever you can for self-gratification. When you get down to people networking, they're networking for an idea that can carry on that is beneficial to more than just one person.
Mr. Lou Brock, hanging out with Tallboy. Any final thoughts, any final wishes? Is there any advice that you would like to leave to the urban community, the African American community, as far as your excellence and what you've done?
Well, our community is split up and is in pretty bad shape because we have the homeless, the runaways, and the at-risk, and then we have those who really are up on a hard time and need it and that kind of business. So how do we focus our attention? Well, we need to focus, and we need legislation to help us focus, but if that doesn't happen, then the people themselves have to rally and cry out. Every time there's a cry out by the people who are one accord, changes are made in America.
Mr. Lou Brock, Trumpet Award honoree, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Think big, think tall, think tall boy.